good morning, and welcome to my Monday messages. And just a reminder to anyone who may be watching for the first time, my name's Rebecca. I'm a homeopath, I'm a QTT practitioner, and I am a holistic life coach and natural health advocate. And I use all of these skills to help as many women as possible to really become as conscious as they can of the choices that they're making in life, and being able to make the choices that actually enable them, serve them, help them to feel as healthy and as vibrant and free as possible, emotionally, mentally, and physically, and spiritually, of course. And if all those three things are in full health, then we are flying. So I just pop in here on a Monday to just share anything really, a tip, a simple practice, a thought process, anything that can help us all to do that, to become more conscious of what works for us and what doesn't work for us. So today on this wet November morning, it's wet where I am, I don't know if it is where you are, I'm kind of coming down from an absolutely brilliant weekend that I've just had, communing with my fellow QTT practitioners in an accreditation weekend that was very generously given to us by QTT's creator, Moira Geary, and you can look her up on moirageary.com. And it was just wonderful to be given the opportunity to learn yet more skills. So constantly upgrading what we're able to offer to our clients, and to always be looking to improve and enhance those skills so that we can improve and enhance whatever our clients feel needs that in their lives. And it's just always gorgeous to actually be in the same room with all of these wonderful practitioners. So I learnt many new skills, and I am bursting to share them with clients and to actually enable them to experience the benefits of them, as I did over the weekend. And one of the areas that we were talking about was cravings and habits. And these are often the bedrock of emotional dis-ease, if you like. They can be seemingly small habits, or they can be really big habits. It's all about getting stuck in a pattern that may give us some form of instant gratification or soothing, and is then followed very quickly by almost the opposite. It's often followed by a feeling of guilt, remorse, beating ourselves up. Why on earth did I do that again? All of those things, and yet we then do exactly the same thing later on that day, or again the same the same time of the day, the following day, whatever it is. So I just wanted this week to encourage as many of you as possible to actually think about those habits that are in our lives, and to maybe start disentangling the ones that are actually serving you, the ones that are actually working well, good, they're automatic behaviours or responses, and they can be very useful that they're automatic, because obviously if we had to think about absolutely everything, we'd be overwhelmed and we wouldn't even move. So there are lots and lots of habits that we've set up over the years that work very well for us, and equally there are often the same number of habits that are not working very well for us. And they may have worked well in the past, but they're not working right now. So just understanding that the kind of process of a habit, and often the craving side of things, is attached to that habitual behaviour, because it's part of it. It's what makes us do whatever we do, eat whatever we eat, say whatever we say in that kind of cycle. What Maura called this was the anatomy of a habit, which I thought was very useful. Very clear stages, but not always clear when we're in it. So first of all, there's some kind of trigger. And that can be something that somebody else does or says. It can be an environment, a very particular environment. It can be it can be a time of day. It can be anything really that immediately triggers a feeling in us. And whatever that feeling is, that will then invite our subconscious selves to go, okay, this is what we do when we feel this. I know a way that can soothe that feeling, can dial it down, can appease it in some way quickly. And this is often apparent with things like sugar. For example, often the people who are coming to me who are aware that they're habitually reaching for sugar far too often, it's often an energy thing. It's a very sensible response by our physical selves to actually give ourselves an instant hit of energy. It's not always about that, but there is an element of that. So it's okay, you need energy. What's the best way to do that? Get some sugar in you quickly. And because our subconscious selves will go for the quickest solution, there's no long-term thinking in it, if you like. So what gets forgotten is that when you have that massive injection of energy, there's always the flip side, which is actually you've used a lot of energy, that surge, and then the flip side is it's got to come down the other side. So it actually can set us up in a cycle of energy whooshes and then crashing, and then we start the cycle all over again. So that's a sugar thing, but it can be that other substances do that. And I'm not only talking about foods or drinks, although they are often the kind of gateway to looking at our patterns. So understanding, first of all, what's the trigger? Is it a time of day? Is it something somebody says or does? Because what's happening is that it's actually introducing a feeling, and it's that feeling that then needs soothing or dialing down, if that makes sense. Often what comes in at that point, thanks for the thumbs up, is a part of us that starts a sort of bargaining process, where you kind of know there's a part of you that goes, well, actually, I know this isn't good for me. Am I going to do it? Can I not do it? And then there's the other part going, come on, it's fine. It's only one, doesn't matter. You can sort it out afterwards. Just do it. It works. Or even a kind of rebellious, like, I can do what I want. I can do what I want. Doesn't matter. Who are you to say what I can and can't do, kind of thing. That might not be, if it's a really long-term habit, that side is often gone because you're just going to do it, or you're not aware of that side of it. But it's useful often to think if there is that side of us that kind of comes in and bargains, and it's our temptress, if you like, saying, look, it'll make you feel good. So why not do it? So then you do whatever the thing is, and you get that momentary, short-lived pleasure or soothing or dialing down or relaxing, whatever it is that you're after. And then that is almost invariably followed either immediately or sometime afterwards with a feeling of guilt, of I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? It could be disappointment in yourself. It could be just an awareness that this is a pattern and that it's something that needs breaking. And then you forget about it and you move on. And if you're exposed to the same trigger again, then the same thing will happen again and again. And it's really hard to break that when we're actually in that cycle. Almost impossible, actually, because often the whole process, although I've broken it down, it happens really quickly. So the time to look at it is when we're not in that pattern. And it's something that we do as QTT practitioners a lot with people, is looking at the patterns in our lives. And first of all, asking, how are they working for us? Are they working well or not so well? And do we want, then more importantly, do we want to change them? Are we ready to change them? And we can do that. We do that within the session. So those habits, that doesn't matter how long they've been set up, they can be changed if you want to within a QTT session, which is, I think, amazing, absolutely amazing. And it's not me that's doing those changes. It's you. It's, you, the client, who are doing that. I am simply guiding you and showing you the methods that work. So I know that's going to be useful for everybody. And as I say, we upgraded all those methods over the weekend, so they're even more effective than they were before. So this week, I wanted to invite you, as my message, to just maybe journal on what are your habits. Are there any habits that you feel that stuckness, that kind of repetitive pattern, that sense of this really isn't serving me well, and I need to do something about it? Because the first thing to do is to ask yourself, what is going to change for you when you do that? Is there a compelling enough reason for you to change that habit? And really drill down on that. Really go as deep as you can, as what is going to change for me. It doesn't matter about, well, it does matter about other people, but for the purposes of this exercise, we can only focus on ourselves. So what's going to change for me when I can change that habit and not do what I'm doing anymore? How will I feel? And what will it enable me to do that's different from what I'm doing now? So I'm just going to leave you with that journaling question. Please share any results of that, or if you have any questions, do put them in the comments below. If you're intrigued and you'd like to just come for a session, then just click on the link with this video, and that will take you to my website. It will take you to the ability to book a free clarity call with me, so we can have a chat and work out what's the best way forward for you. And you can also book sessions there and find out more about QTT and about me. So I hope that proves helpful to you. Enjoy digging deep into your habits this week, and let me know how you get on. Have a wonderful week. Thanks for watching. Bye.